I started writing the script for this video on June 25th, 6 years since the passing of Desmond Etika Amofah. Normally, celebrity deaths don't impact me very much. As a lifelong rap music fan, this is something that I've unfortunately had to get used to. Nothing can quite prepare a 14-year-old for the very violent, publicized, and out-of-the-blue death of rapper XXXTentacion, who I still think would have been a superstar. But man, Etika was just different. I don't want to dive into what led to Etika's suicide in 2019 for a multitude of reasons. The main one being is that I just don't want that to be what this video is about. I want this video to feel like a celebration of life rather than a funeral, if you catch my drift. Secondly, and selfishly, I don't want to rewatch any of the content that came out during his mental breakdown, nor do I want to have to rewatch the I'm Sorry video again. I still vividly remember the rock that formed in my stomach while watching that video all of those years ago. But lastly, I don't think that the circumstances of his death are how he should be remembered. He was a truly authentic, compassionate, and charismatic creator that was also a one-of-one individual, and it's a better use of everybody's time to focus on and enjoy that aspect of him, his life, and career than anything else. The main thing that made Etika different to me was his authenticity, which is a word I'm going to be using a lot throughout this video. It was an element of him that was present in basically every second of footage you can see of the guy, and I don't just mean his reactions, but like literally everything. Funnily enough, after people accused him of basically clip farming years before that was a common term, he put a heart rate monitor on his stream to shut those allegations down, and it shut that shit down because you can't fake a 180 BPM heart rate. Like, that is dangerous, but also genuine excitement. His excitement was infectious, and again, it was all authentic. I've never played a Bayonetta game, but it's hard to not be pumped that she's in Smash when watching him react and discuss it.
Angel must have missed one.
Bayonetta! Oh, nigga! Oh shit! You niggas did not think this would happen. Oh my fucking god!
Who is that?
Daddy Sakurai!
It's an Umbra Witch.
Oh my fucking god!
He carried that same level of authenticity into his interactions with seemingly everybody. While I obviously can't speak for his personal life and the people he personally knew, I can speak on the level of compassion that he had for his viewer base. I mean, there was a time where he increased his minimum donation not because of greed, but because he would literally spend the entire stream giving in-depth responses to each dono message. I remember some sections of his fan base actually kind of getting annoyed with him after a while because he would spend like 2/3 of a stream that was meant to be a gaming stream on just responding to viewers. Just look up Etika motivation on YouTube and you'll find a bunch of wise words he said, often in response to something that just a random chatter said. Stuff that he said with such a level of passion that proves it comes from the heart. I feel like in an era where streaming is so popular, this level of wanting to connect with random supporters is super hard to find. I don't want to name names because I really don't have any names to name as I'm a grown-ass man and don't watch streamers anymore, but it feels like from the outside looking in that level of compassion was unique and special. I'll leave links in the description to some of my favorite Etika motivational clips for the uninitiated. If you check the description, you'll also see that I left a bunch of links to a bunch of videos and clips because I also kind of just want to reminisce on some of my favorite Etika content. Kind of selfishly, might I add, because I really have no one in my life that I can speak about Etika to in such length. The Smash Ultimate Everyone Is Here E3 reveal is one of the most hyped video game trailers ever, and Etika matched it perfectly. It's what I'd consider to be maybe the most quintessential Etika content. His Smash Brothers reactions were always his bread and butter, but this reaction is just 30 minutes of infectious, childlike excitement. I even remember where I was watching this stream. It was freshman day, which was a thing my school did where basically all the freshmen would go to school in the middle of summer for one random day to learn and understand how high school was gonna work. During lunch that day was the Nintendo E3 reveal trailer, and I watched his stream and ended up having a small crowd of friends and random students alike, which led to us having a fun discussion after the fact as well. That was the stream that his heart rate hit the 180 BPM metric I talked about earlier, and I'll show you this clip just to clarify how excited he was.
Oh my god! Snake! Oh my fucking god! Everyone! Oh my! Oh my! Oh my! Oh my god! Oh my fucking god! My heart!
Anybody who knows me like that knows that Fire Emblem is one of my favorite gaming franchises ever. And I got interested in that series from just randomly coming across Etika's Fire Emblem Awakening Let's Play back in, I want to say 2014, around when I was 10 years old, which was definitely way too young to be watching Etika, but I wouldn't have it any other way. Both his reactions to the intensity of combat and his genuine want to learn and improve at the game stood out to me as unique within the space. And that's not a jab at any Fire Emblem creators, there's a ton of dope ones, but it's just more proof to me of his specialness and unique approach. But that Let's Play led to me playing and falling in love with the franchise to the point where I have Ike's sword, the Ragnell, tattooed on me forever, so in some way I'll always carry that series with me. Even though unfortunately most of that Let's Play nowadays is lost to time due to him nuking his channel right before his passing, I did leave a link in the description to an FE highlight reel he made. His Exploring the Dark Web stream is something that stands out to me when reflecting on his career. It's just something crazy to do, like you don't know what you might find, and covering the dark web live while risking your channel is insane but also super fucking dope. I remember me and my little brother staying up stupidly late on a school night and spending 4 hours watching him just try and figure out how to get the Tor browser on stream, and then just the sheer shock of what he ended up finding. The vibes went from holy shit, he's on the dark web to holy shit, he's on the dark web, and this is terrifying. His coverage of it was equally respectful and haunting. But to lighten the mood, that stream did birth one of his funniest clips.
If I try to go to this website, it wouldn't work on a normal browser, right? Adult, hardcore, softcore, erotica, fetish, violence, others, escorts. What the fuck is an escort? Oh, I'm tripping. Don't judge me, okay? I said escorts. Escorts, you dumb fuck.
I'll leave a link to the stream in the description because to this day, it is still one of the craziest live stream events ever. While I'm not a visual novel guy, like not even a little bit, I've talked many times on this channel about how I just don't care for story in video games. His coverage on Doki Doki Literature Club was incredible. To put it lightly, the game covers a lot of serious topics, and he did a great job of being entertaining while also being respectful to what was going on. What most sticks out to me, though, was his conversation with the character Monica at the end of the game. For context, I'm pretty sure that she was the main character slash villain and is basically this sentient girl that breaks the whole meta of the game. At the end game, she talks directly to the player, and the conversation you can have with her can go from silly and lighthearted to some real ass shit really quick. There's something really entertaining about watching a grown-ass man have a philosophical life conversation with this sentient anime girl. And of course, I'll leave a link in the description to his DDLC coverage as well. I could go on for like an hour plus about his best content, so to keep it short, I'll rattle off a couple other of his most memorable career moments, and then we'll keep it moving. The absolute evisceration of Street Pass Princeton is maybe one of the funniest things to come out of an internet beef like ever. I don't fully remember all of the details as to why Etika and Triforce had beef with this guy. I want to say it was because he was racist.
My man came with a bag of swag, a whole NES package bag, big bag too. Open it, he had pins, lanyards, pictures, Twizzlers, Tootsie Rolls, Snicker bars. You name
them up.
What did he give you? Oh, he gave me a bar of black soap.
My nigga, a bar of black soap? What the fuck does that mean?
But I'm not 100% sure. But basically, the goal of the live stream was to eviscerate him. That verb is very important as they not only wanted to expose him, but they literally wanted to delete his presence off the internet. And nowadays, when you look up Street Pass Princeton, the only thing that comes up is the Etika evisceration live stream. Like, that's fucking hilarious. His fake Switch arc was clip farming years ahead of its time. Months before the Switch 1's original release, Etika had fake drunkenly revealed on stream that Nintendo had given him a console, which exploded within his community. 3D printing a console that doesn't even exist yet publicly and acting like Nintendo will sue you over it is an objectively hilarious bit. I just wanted to shout out how Etika was one of the few major gaming YouTubers to really be about that Splatoon action. There were a lot of elite videos he made during the original game's hype cycle, and one that stands out to me is the Splatoon Nut Ink mod. I know that every creator has their inside jokes with their community, but being a part of the Etika World Network was awesome in part due to the inside jokes. Shit like the Subway Footlong, Iceman Etika, MBN, NSN, and TN and FSN, which I can't tell you what that means for multiple reasons, or stuff like the Minecraft Creeper incident.
Do it.
Fuck you. What the fuck? Fuck! Fuck!
Are part of what made being in that community so fun. Hopefully now I've given you a pretty good introductory selection of his content for those of you who are somehow this far in this video and not familiar with him. Again, I could sit here for hours and reflect on his best and funniest output, but I'll leave that up to the comments. Seriously, drop your favorite Etika video, stream, or clip down below because I'm sure there's awesome content that I've long forgotten about by now. His passing messed me up, man. Obviously, you know that from the intro and the general parasocial nature of this video, but nowadays I've long accepted the fact that there will be no more Nintendo Direct stream. There will be no more random ass gaming news videos, and there's just no more Etika. What really bothers me at this point is seeing how the landscape of the internet has changed and knowing how much further he could have gone. He was doing IRL streams pretty early, I want to say around 2017 to 18, which is now a huge subsection of Twitch. I mean, just look at the numbers that AMP and FaZe Clan are putting up right now. Another huge element of the modern streaming and content creation landscape is short-form content or stream clips, which he would have undoubtedly crushed it in. His Mewtwo clip from 2014 is still iconic, and that was in an era before TikTok, Reels, and Shorts were a large part of people's audiences. And this obvious potential that wasn't hit bothers me not because he would have made a shit ton of money, which is grade A dick eating, but because I would have loved to see his positivity reach a larger audience. Growing up and spending my most formative years watching Etika was something special. I wasn't just entertained, but I was getting constant gems and truth bombs and just things I needed to hear dropped on me constantly throughout everything he did. It sucks that kids like me who grew up on the internet are missing out on his level of authenticity, especially considering the corporate, AI everywhere, clip farming era we're in now with online content creation. He was really the only content creator that I ever wanted to meet. I remember when I was a young chubby kid making bad Pokemon Let's Plays, thinking to myself, if I somehow blow up, I would just love to meet this dude. Yes, I know that this video is parasocial as hell, but that's not a normal thing for me, as I've been burned many times by being a fan of somebody and it turns out they're a bad person. And I'm well aware that the person you see through your screen is not necessarily a good representation of who somebody actually is, but then again, Etika and his authenticity was just different. I want to leave this video with a takeaway I had when I went to a motivational speaker back in 2022. Personally, I was not doing good at the time at all, but what speaker Alex Simon instilled in me was something that kinda sorta changed my life and came to me when I really needed it. It's something that I try and live by now. And it's simply treat people kindly, as you have no idea what they're going through. I'm choosing that because I believe, based on how people who actually knew and talked and interacted with Etika speak about him, that it's probably something he lived by as well. Ironically enough, that's something that certain chunks of his fan base also needed to hear as well, because when he was very obviously going through something, they did not treat him kindly either. So yeah, go out and be kind. Be a presence that people feel comfortable around, and most importantly, be yourself. The world could use more people like that, and the world could use more Etikas. But that's all I got for you today. I want to thank the Library of Etika, as they're the most conclusive archive channel with over 1,300 videos recovered, which made making this video pretty fun as I got to rewatch and remember some of his content. Going back and rewatching a bunch of random videos from him reminded me of just how goddamn funny he was, and I want to make sure that gets enough credit too. If you made it this far in the video, you know I love you, and yes, this isn't my normal content at all, but if you watched and enjoyed, please drop a subscription as we're almost at 1,000 subs. But again, rest in peace, Desmond, Etika, Amofah, Joy-Con boys forever, and please check on your friends.